So I guess I could start by asking the Congressman, we had it on our site last week, but is it true? Is SOPA really dead? Could it come back?
Well, SOPA is radioactive. Now, whether or not somebody wants to handle very enriched uranium and pay the price that comes with holding it, the odds are no, they're not. Just yesterday, Patrick Leahy, the author of PIPA, the equivalent of SOPA in the Senate, has said he's taking a look at open. And that's what we predicted all along, is if you stop them from doing overreach and really excessive work, then they'll start going back to something that will actually attack the real piracy, which we all agree has to be stopped on the internet.
So are we saying no probability of SOPA coming back?
I would certainly think that as they look at open, they'll want to try to bring in ideas or parts of SOPA, and that'll be part of the challenge, is to make sure that if they have reasonable requests, we look at it, but at the same time, we defeated SOPA because SOPA and PIPA were all about really eliminating creativity and stifling the internet, and in fact making it less safe and probably unstable. So we've got to make sure those elements don't creep back in.
Can you just, for our audience, explain a little bit about what SOPA means and how open is different?
Well, one of the most important things that SOPA had was it had a denial of service implicit in it. And the idea that you're going to block the internet because somebody says that some portion of some site may have some infringement, and of course, in real time, it may not have it this moment, it may have it 10 seconds from now, and it may not have it 10 seconds afterwards. That kind of foolishness is really 19th century thinking. The other part was much more 20th century, which is it had a broad array of lawsuit capability, including, if you will, individual rights of action. So the singer in the band, who may not actually own the copyright but is performing, could have in fact brought litigation, either directly in the way of a suit or to the Justice Department. And lastly, it asked the Justice Department to try to go after this plethora of quote, infringers, all of whom were alleged to be overseas, but the targets that justice could go after were all in the US. Each of those told us that this was all about wanting to, if you will, stifle the internet by making the internet do the work of, if you will, the media content people. We appreciate that their internet or their assets are on the internet and that they should not be pirated, but at the same time, look to the foreign sites that are doing it, get injunctive relief quickly, and then follow it to the money, stop the money. We believe that's going to clean up the internet. We think it's a good model for the world, not just for America.